Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with another Wacky Wednesday video for you today. And so here I'm just kind of showing you some of the things I'm going to start with. And I am working with the Cute Girl collection from Crepe Paper today. And you saw the photo there for a second. You'll see it again in a minute. But it's just a picture of my daughter sitting in the grass in Balboa Park in San Diego. And we were kind of spent all day laughing about the fact that her outfit completely matched all the flowers that were on the trees, and she put one in her hair, and everything she was wearing that day kind of coordinated with the scenery in Balboa Park. And so that's kind of what this layout is about, and it's going to have some hidden journaling to kind of tell her that story. So what I am doing right now is kind of doing some texture work on my background. And I am using this stencil from Echo Park, and it is called Mini Leaves Stencil, and it was actually part of one of the color add-ons from the Hit Kit Club. And then I'm going to go ahead and take just a little bit of two different Shimmerz products and use them kind of in the top left and the bottom right, just to add a little bit of color. So you're going to see me add all of this spray on there with the packaging technique, and then you're going to see me take a lot of it off with the paper towel. And that's just because I wanted a really soft look. I didn't want it to be bold. I didn't want it to really stand out. I just wanted a really soft color in the background that would go with all of my pattern paper. So the two that I'm using today, one of them is a Vibez, and it's called Razzeldazzle Berry, and the other one is a Coloringz, and it's Well Blue Me Down. And those worked perfectly with this collection. So if you're working with this collection and you're looking for some shimmers that match really well, those two are a really good bet. And then I come back with my Studio Calico, just a regular black mist, and I'm adding some, just some droplets and some splatters, just to add in a little bit of that additional black element. You can see in my background, I've used a piece of Cute Girl pattern paper in the very back with some black cardstock, and so I wanted that black element to come in. And then I've taken a bunch of scraps from my 6x6 paper pad from the same collection and just cut them into all different kinds of strips. So some of them were already strips, some of them were full sheets. And then right now you see I'm kind of pulling out some of the ephemera pieces from that ephemera pack from the same collection, and I'm just clustering them around my photo. I also put a doily. Those are the 4-inch Normandy doilies from the SpiegelMom scrap store, and I have one of those underneath that pink heart, and I've just used my tiny attacher to put a couple staples in there to make sure that it's glued down, stuck down really well. I also put a little bit of glue on the back of that love die cut, so that's going to hold that acrylic piece in shape, or that transparent shape in place instead. And then I just took a black pen and went around the edges of all of those different pattern papers to kind of make them stand out a little bit and to add a little bit of that black detail and a little bit of this kind of funky look that I was going for. So this is going to be the main element in the center of my page. And what you saw was a really good tip a few minutes ago. What I had done on the back was I took all those strips and halfway glued them together, tried to get them kind of stuck where I wanted them to be, and then I flipped them all over and added a bunch of old washi tape across the back just to hold all those strips together where I wanted them to be. And that's a really good way to do it when you have tiny strips that there really isn't necessarily a great place to add glue. Just adding those washi tape strips across the back kind of makes it a little bit easier to keep them all in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another one of those transparent shapes up in that top left corner. And it's just this one that has the 3 hearts. So I'm definitely making this a diagonal layout. So then I'm going to go back to the bottom section and add some of these puffy stickers that are just hearts. And so I'm going to kind of scatter those along where I have that texture in the background. And I'm going to continue working in that section here for a little bit longer and adding a bunch more details. So I pulled the hearts from there, and then I also pulled a couple other die cuts. Above the word love, I put one that just says I believe in you. And then the little black and white circle I cut out of the 6x6 paper pad sheet, and that says happy girl. And I did put that on a piece of foam. And I also took a piece of the thinner fun foam and put it behind this entire element. So the pattern paper strips, the photo, all of that is on some fun foam to make it stand up a little bit. And then I have from the Cute Girl collection this little set of enamel dots that has bright pink, light pink, just regular enamel dots, and then some gold sparkly hearts. And I'm going to add those throughout this entire area where I have my texture and my, where I've done my packaging technique. And then I do go ahead and put a couple in the middle to kind of bring it all together. So one's going to go up there on the end of the loop for the L. And then one is going to go kind of overlapping the flower and the frame right down by my daughter. And so this was not the most amazing picture in the world, but it was an important story from our vacation, and it was something that we had a lot of fun with. So that's why I could go with a layout like this, where there's kind of a bright background, there's a lot of detail work on top of my photo, because you're not missing anything by not being able to see those details. And then my last step, I did go in with some sequins from 2 different packs. The turquoise ones came from Believe in You. And then the white flowers and the pale pink ones came from Pinkie Pie Pinks, both of those from the SpiegelMom scrap store. And I really hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Make sure you use the discount code down below to pick up some goodies in the shop, including those amazing Shimmerz products. Have a great day. Bye.